There's actually a lot of things that I just absolutely love about Delta Force. All right. The game runs really, really good on my computer. I usually don't have any kind of problems with the way it runs. As far as weapon skins, they're not trying to rake you over the coals with them all the time. I mean, you can go in and never spend a dime on this game and have a whole bunch of skins. That's crazy. Their battle pass. I mean, I've talked about that in some of my other videos. I love the way they do their battle pass. The maps themselves, like the maps look really, really good. They play really well. So I don't even have anything bad to say about the maps. I really like them. Overall, this game, it was very, very well done. And I think the development team did a remarkable job. However, there are also a few things that I don't like about the game as well. One of the first things, and you heard me in one of the games that I was playing earlier, is the health regen. Now we sit here for a half an hour and wait for our power energy to go back up. Now it's back up. I do understand that there's a medic class in here, and the medic class's job is to have that stim shot and be going around and shooting people with it and helping them once their health goes down. The problem is because the map is so big and everybody's so far spread out, you're not always going to have a medic there with you. And not only that, but you really don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to rebuilding your health with a lot of the characters. Because it takes almost 12 seconds for your health to regen, that's just entirely too long. Like, it should not take that long for your health to regenerate. If you get into a fight, someone shoots you, you go run around the corner, you try to let your health regen. 12 seconds is a long time for that other team member to come run you down and kill you. When he gets you up off the ground, your health is really low immediately. So there's a lot of those times where someone gets you up, you get shot and go right back down. Someone gets you up, you get shot, you go right back down. And I've had instances where that's happened 6, 7, 8 times in a row. So again, it just seems like the health regen needs a little bit of work in this game. Now, for the medic class, it's perfectly fine for the medic class because they have the ability to heal themselves. But besides the healing syringe on the assault class, nobody else really has that option. If you are an engineer, you don't have that option. If you are a recon, you do not have that option. I think it could just be tweaked just a little bit. And I'm not talking about like a major tweak, like it's got to be 6, 7 seconds. Going from 12 to 10 would be enough. Just a very, very slight change in it. And I think that would fix the entire thing. But health regen is definitely one of those things that kind of bugs me about this game because it takes a very long time for your health to come back when you get shot. I don't know. I think health regen is definitely a big problem in this. The second big thing I hate about this game is that there are textures inside the game that you should be able to wall bang through. Take, for example, a tent, a canvas tent. Bullets are normally going to fly through a canvas tent. If someone's standing behind a wall that's made out of wood, your bullets are going to go through that wood. Inside of this game, though, they didn't build it with textures that allow bullets to go through them. And I feel like that's sort of a little bit of a mistake. But a lot of games have textures that you can actually shoot through, and this game does not. If there's a wooden box or a wooden wall or, a tarp that's hanging over a fence, you just can't shoot through it. So that's another big thing that I would really, really, really like to see changed with this game. The third thing, and I don't really know how much can really be done about this, but the smokes inside the game in certain situations are really, really bad. I completely understand the need for smoke in this game. Like, if you're a medic and you did not have those smokes, you're not going to go out and revive people. I mean, it's just, you need it to give yourself some cover. And this is really another problem in the game. When you get downed, you can't crawl into a safe space. Since a downed person can't actually crawl, they have to have those smokes. Those smokes are so important for that one reason alone. The other reason is that on some of the bigger maps, the maps are just so wide open and there's no cover. If you did not have those smokes, it would be nearly impossible for you to push up to the next objective. So in certain cases, I completely understand why the smoke is there. But in other maps, like let's say, for example, the dam one, you know, you're down in those little hallways and it just seems like everybody starts throwing out a lot of smoke and then you're standing there in the smoke for like 3 minutes. I don't know. It seems like maybe in certain places of the map or something, maybe it could be reduced a little bit, or certain maps in general. The smoke isn't really a huge problem. That's a minor problem. But I think if you're not a medic class, your smoke should be reduced just a little bit. I don't know. It just feels like it should be edited a little bit. My third biggest problem with this game is that there's some kind of bug in it where these characters change up sometimes. Oh, it changed my character again. Frack, man. Like, for example, if I go over to assault class, maybe change this to this character, go to support, I'm like, I don't want toxic. I'd rather have this one. Go to engineer. Maybe I want this one. I go back to assault. Notice how it's changed back. And this happens in the game sometimes too. No, I don't want you. I'm not backing out though, because I got an actual... Now you saw me set this guy in the lobby, but it changed it to this girl character. Like, I don't know. Here in the menu, you should be able to set which character you want to use, and that character should always be there when you change to it inside of the game. You should be able to set those ahead of time. But I've had instances where I get into a game, all of a sudden I think I've got, you know, this support character right here selected. I'll switch over to engineer or something for a minute. When we go back, this one's changed. Again, that's one of those really kind of minor things. It's not a big problem necessarily, except for when you get in the game and you have the wrong character, you go to use the abilities and you realize, holy cow, I don't have the abilities that I'm used to using. So that's definitely a little bit of a bug that I think they need to look into. The other thing with the Recon class, if I go and I use Luna's Volt Arrow and then I switch back to my weapon stays zoomed in.
We cannot lose this critical objective.
Oh, look. That messes me up all the time. Like my gun just automatically aims in, even when I'm not aiming it. That again is another minor thing I think that they need to just kind of take a look at. And one of the last things that I noticed, let's say for example on my secondary weapon I want to use the 93R and I equipped it. Maybe I want the green one in this class, but maybe on this one I actually want to have a different skin on it. So if I select this, go to modify, go to customization, change the skin, hit apply, and go back now and look at my assault class, notice how it's changed on my assault class. You can't actually use the same weapon in multiple classes and have different skins on them. That's just, I mean, again, it's just one of those minor things that I'm sort of picking on them about, but it would be really nice if I could set my purple 93R for my purple setup here, go to my green setup and have a green one right here, but use the same weapon since this is one of my favorite pistols. You know, again, I just think that's just one of those things that they kind of need to fix in the game. Again, though, like I said, all of these things are minor. I mean, they're not really big game breaking things, but definitely I do think that the wall bang stuff needs to be fixed. I think that smokes need to be reduced or something. I don't know. I don't really know what to do about the smokes. Definitely some of these little bugs need to be addressed. Hopefully these are some things that they can fix in the future. But overall, I mean, this is an absolutely incredible game. I really enjoy it a lot, and I will probably continue to keep playing this game for a very long time.